Alright guys, welcome to the video. Anthony here, Special Analysis. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day. Going to talk about the trade I placed midday. I was out of the office this morning. I had a early scheduled doctor's appointment, right? Sometimes life gets in the way of your plans, but that doesn't mean you can't come back to the market later, see if you can identify a low risk, high probable opportunity, and then go ahead and act upon it. Listen, you could sit at the market every day for a given period of time, and sometimes there's going to be opportunity and other times there's not. That's just part of it if you choose to trade intraday. Now, if you're a swing trader, obviously you're looking at the market after it's closed, or you're glancing at it throughout the day, or you know, if you're an end of week type trader, you're looking at it over the weekend, lining up your positions for the next couple days. I have gravitated towards intraday because I like that type of lifestyle, okay? It's just what has aligned with what I've chosen to do, okay? I like working from home. I like interacting and helping my clients. I like the analysis, interpretation, expectation part. I like identifying evidence. It's very rewarding. Listen, and with that statement being made, sometimes it's not always easy, right? What most traders seem to fail, what seems to drive their failure is their inability to be patient. That's not always easy, okay? That's something that you have to grow into. Some people have that characteristic, right? They are this patient, calm, very, steady individual. Listen, there was a point in my life that I was not that person. Not that person at all, in fact. I was irrational. I made decisions based on emotion rather than logic, right? Like, I was that person. I've grown out of that person, thank God. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today. And a big piece of, the live sessions that I hold every day, and the reason I hold them every day is to hammer in on the things that caused me to fail, right? The best education you're going to get is practical application, is by just doing it over and over and over and over again. And the way that I've come to help people come through their journey is to just share all of my failures. My failures, I believe, is the greatest asset to what I've been able to help other people, and how I've been able to help them kind of get over the hurdles that come with trading. And when I say that, I mean that not only intraday, but swing trading and things of that nature. Your number one job as a trader is to steward your account. And that means that you have to be able to identify most importantly, when there's not opportunity. More often than not, there's going to be not opportunity. And you need to be ready and willing to just say, okay, I can take a step back. So as I mentioned, I was out of the office this morning. I had a doctor's appointment, took care of that, got home just before lunchtime, made myself a little something to eat, and then I came and sat at the computer saying, listen, maybe perhaps I can align an opportunity that would give me a chance to take some profit. And if I can't, I'm okay with that, and I won't place a trade, and I'll just see what tomorrow brings, right? And if tomorrow doesn't bring anything worthwhile, I'll see what next week brings. And that is something that a lot of people have a hard time grasping, okay? I tell traders, listen, you shouldn't be trading today to feed yourself dinner tonight, right? You should be in a position where you have some source of income, your bills are being paid, and until you've gravitated down the path of becoming consistent and disciplined and profitable, you can't rely on, if I don't make $300 today, I can't buy dinner tonight, and I won't be able to feed my kids lunch tomorrow, right? You can't operate like that. You need to operate from a place calm, cool, collected. If you are under financial stress, you're going to make, and it's natural to make, irrational choices. So I always advocate, listen, if you want to learn the trait, do it through paper trading, right? Because the best lessons you're going to learn is the lesson that comes from the losses and the experience. So with that being said, I came to the market today really not anticipating that perhaps there was going to be an opportunity. An opportunity presented itself based on analysis, based on interpretation, based on an expectation, based on evidence provided by the market. I said, hey, I'm willing to take a little bit of a risk here for the potential for perhaps capturing some profit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the trade itself, just so you can get kind of a little bit of my thought process when placing this trade. I realized that we were pushing into the prior lows of the session. However, what was I looking at? I was looking at the evidence, right? I was looking at the order flow. I was looking at the liquidity, saying the market has now revisited a low that it has visited multiple times, right? Is there a chance we're going to push through that low to grab the liquidity resting below? Not only resting below, but we had already a key identified area on the chart provided to my clients saying, hey, listen, this 68.95 area plays somewhat of a key level. And that's what we pushed into. So let me just kind of come to the chart here, show you, what we're looking at here. Let me give you just a quick overview, if you're new here, what you're seeing on my screen. So on the left side here, up top, you are seeing a 5-minute chart, all right? You're seeing 2 VWAPs, and you're seeing all my levels laid out for the session. Now you can see the high here perfectly tested a level, right? Now I didn't put the level there. It was there last night when I did my analysis. You can see that we ran out of steam. You can see that we have fumbled around this level several times. Same thing here during the early morning hours. Well, the market came back down here to take a push into these prior lows. Notice how this level is twice the width of the other levels. What does that mean? That means that is a key level, right? So we want to address all the levels, but we also want to go, where is the highest probability of the market either seeking that level or reacting to that level? Well, this was the level here, like I said, 68.95. The market comes back down, and it's a little easier to see on the bottom chart. As we roll through, we place a very small candle here as we come into these prior lows. That little candle inside the order flow led me to believe that if that candle itself holds, we should push lower and through the prior lows and into this level here. Well, that's exactly what happened. We pushed through and came right into that level. So I'm going to attach the video or input the video inside the blog post that's going to be attached to this video inside the comment section or inside the information section below, so that you can actually watch the trade transpire. Listen, it didn't take more than 5 or 8 minutes, okay? This little candle here printed. I got short. I placed my stop right above it, and the market pushed and pushed. And inside of that 10-minute window, those 2 5-minute candles, we went from my entry to my target. Now, because we were pushing through prior lows, I didn't just hold it and go, well, maybe it'll work, maybe it didn't. No, I started paying and protecting myself. Something I've taught my clients from day one. Start taking profit when the market offers it to you. Advance your stop to break even. Take more profit when the market blesses you with it. Continue to advance that stop. And at that point, you're now either going to capture the entire intended move or you're going to get stopped out with more profit. I was fortunate enough to take profit once, twice, and my final target, I continually advanced my stop, and you'll be able to see that inside the short video. The reason I teach this very specific methodology is because it works, right? There's plenty of people out there just trying to wow you with these obnoxiously large trades. That's not what trading for me is about. Trading for me is paying and protecting myself. My number one job is to protect my trading account. That means placing a stop where my analysis is proven wrong, accepting I'm wrong, and then waiting for another setup. Period. End statement. My hard rule, as soon as I start taking profit, I advance my stop to my entry. If I take profit a second or third time on my way to my objective, I am going to continue to push that stop. I don't care if I get stopped out because I've paid and protected myself. Even, let's just say hypothetically, it's a relatively small win. Those small wins along the way add up to absorb these small losses. And at the end of the day, trading is a business of probability, and what you end up with is a net answer of your wins and losses. If you have a bunch of small losses, if you have a bunch of small wins, and a few decent sized wins, net, you are a profitable trader. That's the equation. If you think that there's any system or any software or any trader out there that is right 100% of the time, not only are they lying to you, you're lying to yourself. Period. End of statement. Non-negotiable. That is the way this industry works. I've been doing this for 13 years. I've worked at this point with thousands of clients, taken folks who were traders that just couldn't get consistent to that consistency, taken folks who have never placed a trade in their life and taken them to that consistency. And I've worked with many people who are just their own worst enemy and are unwilling to take instruction or constructive criticism and end up in the same place they were at when they came into the program. Why? Because they're unwilling to listen to what has been proven. Guys, I have read tons and tons of books, done tons and tons of studying, tons and tons of literature, done tons and tons of lecturing. Why? Because I understand how the process works. I've listened to people who are much smarter than me, doing this for much longer than me, and my goal is to help instill those values into you. There is not a trader that doesn't lose, right? And there are more times than not that the market does not offer you the low risk setup. You must wait for it. You must also be prepared to say, I'm going to trade today, but if the market doesn't give me what I'm looking for, I'm willing to step back. I'm willing to wait for tomorrow. If you're not that person, or you're not willing to become that person, being successful in this industry is going to be extraordinarily difficult. But if you are that type of person, or you're willing to become that type of person, right? You're willing to park your pride, you're willing to stop having to prove that you're right and the market's wrong. That's never going to happen. If you're willing to say, I am willing to learn, I'm willing to invest the time, the effort, the energy, right? This is attainable. I don't have a fancy degree on the wall. Right? I taught myself how to trade. I had nobody in my family, no friends. I just knew that I wanted the opportunity to work from home, create a well above average income for myself and my family, and be able to help others attain that for themselves as well. That's it, right? You had a goal. You set out to do this many, many years ago, which I did, and here I am. Right? I've taught myself how to trade. I've taught others how to trade. I have refined a simplistic plan that works for the new trader, right? And in addition to that, I provide during the live sessions analysis, interpretation, expectations based on evidence, not based on opinion. Right? And that's where a lot of traders also suffer. They have an opinion. Well, everybody has an opinion, like everybody else has something else. The reality is your opinion doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the evidence the market presents. If you're willing to listen to the evidence, if you're willing to park your pride, if you're willing to be a consistent, disciplined, patient individual, the rewards of this industry will outweigh, bar none, anything else. Anything else, right? But if you're not willing to become the person you need to be that trader, to be that individual, and that takes work, because most of us are not programmed to do this. That's why there's such a high failure rate. My goal is to take the people that are willing to do it, that are truly, genuinely committed to do it, and work with them until they get it right. Doesn't matter how long it takes, it doesn't matter how hard the journey is, I'm committed to staying by your side. But you must be committed to yourself. So if you want to learn more about the program, you want to learn more about access to a variety of different market analysis, interpretation, expectations, depending on what type of trader you are, right? You may be a swing or position style trader, no problem. I have created inside of a big program little components that can be sourced individually to fit your specific needs. And I will put a link for that directly below this video. If I can help you in any way, if you'd like to have a phone call, conversation, Zoom meeting, whatever it may be, feel free to send me an email. I will put my email below as well. Be happy to speak with you. Happy to speak with you. Hear about your journey, hear where you're at, see if perhaps we're a right fit or maybe we're not. All right, guys? Thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel for more trading content, and I will see you in the next one. God bless and have a wonderful day.